Pleasant day to everyone. My name is Amerigo B. Ramos Jr., and welcome to Evolution and Advances in Science and Technology. My topic is about newest medical technology. Now, the first example of the newest trends in medical technology is personalized medicines. Personalized medicines, also referred as precision medicine, holds great promise to improve healthcare. According to the National Cancer Institute, personalized medicine integrates information about persons' genes, proteins, diagnosis, and treatment to disease. It is the form of medicine that uses information from patients' genotype to initiate a preventive measure against the development of disease or condition. It also selects the most appropriate therapy for a disease or condition that is suited to that patient. Number one example of this is optimizing drug response or the gene drug interactions. A person's genetic constitution can be determined to address gene drug interactions. The aim is to optimize drug efficacy and to minimize adverse events from drug treatment. Also, the applications include the genetics-based and genomics-based tests that commonly target medicines that are administered to the population with a specific gene variant. And last, in gene-drug interactions, the focus is directed to either metabolism genes or genes related to the immune system. Another example of this is the gene-based drug targeting. Another area of individualization is the development of molecular mechanism specific treatment, also called gene-based drug targeting. Most research efforts are seen in the field of oncology, and increasing attention is being paid to genetically based diseases such as cystic fibrosis. Apart from this, many research efforts are undertaken in disease areas in which there is a significant genetic association with the disease, as in the case with the VKORC1 gene in the thrombosis patients. Another example of the trends in medical technology is the bioelectric medicines. Bioelectric medicine is an instrument, apparatus, or implement, or machine, implant, or in vitro reagent, or other similar or related article, including a component part. One example of this is biosensor. It is a sensor that integrates a biological element with a physiochemical transducer to produce an electronic signal proportional to a single analyte, which is then conveyed to a detector. The advantages of this is highly specific. It is independent of factors like stirring, pH, or etc. It is a linear response, tiny and biocompatible. It is easy to use, durable, and has rapid, accurate, and stable and sterilizable. Another study for this is the immunotherapy for cancer. Cancer is uncontrolled proliferation of abnormal cells in the body. There are five main categories of cancer. Number one is carcinomas, begin in the skin or tissues that line the internal organs. Number two is sarcomas, developed in the bone, cartilage, fat, muscle, or other connective tissues. Number three is leukemia, begins in the blood and the bone marrow. Number four, lymphomas, start in the immune system. And number five, central nervous system cancers, developed in the brain and the spinal cord. Treatment options depend on the type of cancer, its stage, and general health. The goal of the treatment is to kill as many cancerous cells while minimizing damage to the normal cells nearby. There are four main treatments. Number one is surgery, or directly removing the tumor. Number two is chemotherapy, using chemicals to kill cancer cells. Number three, radiation, using X-rays to kill cancer cells. And number four, immunotherapy, boosting immune system. And we will focus on number four, the cancer immunotherapy. It is also known as biologic therapy or biotherapy. Immunotherapy for cancer was first introduced by Rosenberg and others at the National Institute of Health in the United States of America. It is a type of cancer treatment designed to boost the body's natural defenses to fight the cancer. And also, cancer immunotherapy harnesses and enhances the innate powers of the immune system to fight cancer. Now, why immune system? Our immune system is a collection of organs, special cells, and substances that help protect us from infections and some other diseases. Immune cells and the substance travel throughout our body to protect us from the germs that cause infections. Germ like viruses, bacteria, and parasites are like hostile foreign armies that are not normally found in our body. They try to invade our body to use host resources and result in harmful effects. Our immune system is our body's defense force. Now, there are different types of immunotherapies. Number one is monoclonal antibodies. These are in vitro versions of immune system proteins. Antibodies can be very useful in treating cancer because they can be designed to attack a very specific part of cancer cell. Cancer vaccines are substances put into the body to start an immune response against certain diseases. We usually think of them as being given to a healthy people to help prevent infections, but some vaccines can help prevent or treat cancer. And last is the non-specific immunotherapies. These treatments boost the immune system in a general way, but this can still help the immune system attack cancer cells. And another example of the trends in medical technology is robotic surgery. Using robot in the operating room to assist the surgeon in performing surgery, the surgeon views the patient via a terminal and manipulates robotic surgical instruments via a control panel. Views of the organs being worked on are transmitted from tiny cameras inserted into the body. We've already seen how robots have changed the manufacturing of cars and other consumer goods by streamlining and speeding up the assembly line. In the coming decades, we may see robots that have artificial intelligence. Some, like Honda's Asimo robot, will resemble the human form. Robotic surgeons, the first generation of surgical robots, are already being installed in several operating rooms around the world. These machines still require a human surgeon to operate and input instructions. Remote control and voice activation are the methods by which these surgical robots are controlled. According to one manufacturer, robotic devices could be used in more than 3.5 million medical procedures per year in the United States alone. Here are some of the three robotics surgical that have been recently developed. Number one is the Da Vinci surgical system. Number two is the SUS robotic surgical system and ASOP's robotic system. Now, there are different kinds of classification for this. Not all surgical robots are equal. There are three different kinds of robotic surgery system and supervisory control system, telesurgical system, and shared control systems. Number one example of this is the Da Vinci surgical system. The basis of the dexterity experience in open surgery relies on the almost unlimited wrist, elbow, and shoulders degree of freedom. In the SUS robotic surgical system, the SUS surgical system is made up of an ergonomic surgeon control console and three table mounted robotic arms, which perform the surgical tasks and provide visualization during endoscopic surgery. And last is the ASOP robotic surgical system. The ASOP system employs the assistance of the automated endoscopic system for optical position. ASOP was the first robot to be cleared by FDA for assisting surgery in the operating room. And what are the applications of this? Number one is cardiac surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, gynecology, neurosurgery, orthopedics, pediatrics, radiosurgery, and urology. And what are the disadvantages of these robotic surgeons? Number one is the question of safety, and number two, the cost. Now let's have the advancement in a glance. Number one is the technology driver. We have here microcomputers, nanotechnology, and bionics, as well as regenerative medicine. In the nanotechnology, there is a different properties in quantum, magnetic, electronic, optical, and thermal technology. So what are the applications? It can be used in the drug and substance delivery, therapy technique, diagnostic and imaging, antimicrobial techniques, and nanorobots. And then in bionics, we have the iLimb or the touch bionics and Argus 2 for the second sight. In the medical image and optical technology, there are recognized disease before the symptom, and there is a minimal invasive treatment. The application of this is the tracer at tumors, dementia, and other diseases, image quality versus radiation, and the brain area function, as well as the portrait, holography remodeling, and endoscopy. For the biotechnology, there are biological process, mechanism, and substances that can be observed, analyzed, and reproduced. For the application, it can be used in the deep sea exploration, the pharmacogenetics, and the induced pluripotent stem cell. And last, we have here the information mobile technology that has something to do with the integration of current IM technology, the mobile medicine application. And the application of this is the lab on chip, telemedicine, and the smartphone assisted surgery. And there you have it. Thank you very much for listening. Stay safe and God bless us all.